Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Investing 365 YouTube channel. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about exactly how I've been able to make 110+% in the last 3 months of investing. And I wanted to make this video due to the high demand of people asking me how I find companies or how I invest, and I'm going to do a full in-depth video on that as well. And in this video, I'll be talking on the strategy that I used to make those types of leaps in the market in such a short period amount of time.
The Wolf of Wall Street, they call me.
Honestly, I hope that this video will save you a lot of time and money on research and education. And no, I'm not trying to sell you some kind of course at the end of this. All I ask from you is to smash that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe, and also maybe share this with a friend, either on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media platform you use the most. Again, it doesn't cost anything to you, but it means a lot to me. So thank you for doing that in advance. And without further ado, let's dive into today's awesome video. So I know this video is going to bring you a lot of value, but in fact, I want you to be able to use this advice. So maybe take out a piece of paper if you can and write these things down. And if not, don't worry, I'm going to keep it very, very simple for you so you can understand everything and be able to implement these into your own strategy. So to really fully understand how I made such a big leap in such a short period of time in the stock market, you really need to know about my investing history. So I've been investing for about 10 years of my life so far.
It feels like a long time.
And honestly, I would say I'm a little bit obsessed about investing ever since I heard about the concept in general. I mean, it would be crazy for people to not like the idea of being able to take your money, put it somewhere, and then be able to come back to that place and take more money out at a later date. It's kind of like a money printing vending machine, if I had to say so myself. You might be asking, so what are the actual things that I look for in the stocks that I'm buying? How do I know if I'm looking at a winning stock or a losing stock? First, let me tell you the most important step.
Number one rule of Wall Street,
which is to continuously be studying stocks and to also know exactly what the stock market is doing in real time. I mean, you want to look at the short term, the medium term, and the long term of what's happening. And if you're a passive investor just kicking back and just hanging out, and maybe you're pulling in like 10, 20, 30% a year, and that's great. But to be able to make 100% or more in 1 year takes some serious dedication and a lot of late nights studying. I also want to share this disclaimer with you. This is not investment advice, and also having this quick of a growth spurt isn't typically sustainable and is typically really, really hard to replicate as well. But that is why I always say it's important to take notes, because if you can write down what made you successful during a really, really good period of your investment career, then you can copy those same things when you are struggling maybe a few months or even a couple years later. And remember, it's important to do in-depth, and I mean deep research on the company, the products, the investors, the viability of those products, competition, and so much more. This is not an exact science and may be different from person to person or from investment to investment, but the more data you have, the better. A good recommendation for you guys that are watching this is to go down in the comment section below after this video is done, and I'm gonna link a playlist down there, which is the best stocks to buy. Again, that's not a recommendation. These are the stocks that I think personally that are the best stocks to buy for me, and it's a full playlist on those stocks. And by watching that full playlist, and you don't have to watch all the videos in there, there's a bunch of videos in there, but if you watch just a few of those and you can really nitpick exactly the strategy, right, the step-by-step formula that I'm looking at when I'm picking these companies. I mean, I break down the website, I talk about investors, I talk about revenues, I talk about scalability, I talk about all these things, and they're really, really important. And if you can watch those videos and just reverse engineer what I'm saying, you can pretty much apply those same tactics to other stocks. And even if you just watch one of those videos, you will have a sort of kind of good idea of what my analysis process actually looks like. The next step is always be talking to other investors, because you're not alone in this world. There are millions and millions of people out there that like to invest, if not billions actually, that like to invest just as much as I or you watching this video as well. Next step is super crucial, and that is just to be hungry. And no, I'm not talking about food.
Please, sir, I want some more.
I'm talking about being goal-oriented. This is an extremely underrated step, but one of my secret sauces, if you will, on why I've been successful thus far. Being driven is extremely, extremely important, but also as important as that is to be cool, calm, and collected in the day-to-day of investing, especially when something like March of 2020 happens and your portfolio takes a dive of 30 or 40%, and you have to have the gonads or the guts to just keep buying in, and in my case, actually doubling down on your investment, even though they might be at the time burning a hole in your pocket. And next one on the list, if you haven't already, is to be subscribing to YouTube channels just like this one. If you haven't already, go smash that subscribe button. Like I said, it really helps me out, but really it helps you out because YouTube will actually curate content, my content, and it'll show up on your homepage of YouTube more likely than maybe like the cat videos that we're all watching nowadays. Also, don't forget to share this content with your friends and family on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, wherever you do your social media. Go send this video to someone that you care about, and this will show them that you care about their financial future. So go ahead, if you made it this far to the video, go ahead and do that. So if you want more people to talk to about stocks, investments, or even personal finance, or whatever it is that you want to chat about, go join our Discord down in the description below. It's completely free, so you have nothing to lose. And even if you're not much of a chatter, you can jump in there and just read what other people are saying. But if you want to be more involved, there is a paid version of the group that has a lot more resources and features, and it's not that expensive. It's really under $10 per month, so it's less than 2 cups of coffee a month, and I think you'd get a lot of value in there. What really matters is for you to make more money in the stock market, so I hope you got a lot of value from this video. If you haven't already, smash that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to check out the links down in the description below where you can get a free stock from Robinhood, $20 free from Stash, 2 or more stocks free from Webull, or $10 free from M1 Finance. And thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.